Over the weekend, we got a massive flood of iPhone 13 leaks from some very reliable and reputable sources, so it's looking more and more like the next iPhone is going to be really good, which I personally wasn't expecting after the incredibly successful Super Cycle iPhone 12 release. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the history of iPhone 13 leaks and rumors before getting into all of the nice, fresh stuff. And I'll also be sharing my opinion on these leaks as well, so let's get right into it. But first, I've got to give a shout out to Sam from AppleTrack.com for putting together the best website out there for keeping track of Apple leaks and rumors. And near the bottom of the page, we find our very first iPhone 13 leak from way back in May of 2020. Both Jon Prosser and Love to Dream shared their thoughts over a tweet from Fudge, another reliable leaker. He said that Apple has plans to add a 64 megapixel camera with an anamorphic lens. Jon Prosser disagreed with this, saying that the camera layout is going to be staying the exact same on the iPhone 13, so no extra camera, which makes the most sense to me. But Love to Dream simply said that the layout is actually changing, but without getting into any specific details. And then in October, Ross Young shared a report from Mizuho Securities, which claimed that we'll be getting the same 4 iPhone display models as the 12 lineup, with some camera sensor upgrades, but the camera layout should be staying the same. Now, some people thought that Apple would be scrapping the iPhone mini size for the 13 lineup because of bad sales, but most analysts are saying that Apple is still going to continue to sell it despite the lackluster sales. Now, the most exciting thing that Mizuho Securities shared was that the Pro models are getting a higher 120Hz display refresh rate, which most sources are pretty confident about. Moving on, Ice Universe claimed that the iPhone 13 would be getting a smaller notch. Not smaller on the length side, but actually slimmer, like it shows in this image. And then last month, Love to Dream posted an interesting tweet saying Mesa UTS for iPhone. And as it turns out, Mesa is the code name for Touch ID, and UTS stands for under the screen, as explained by Jon Prosser. So that's really exciting. And apparently, Mark Gurman also agrees with this leak, so it seems very likely that we're actually getting this on the iPhone 13. According to Qualcomm's 5G modem roadmap, it's looking like the iPhone 13 lineup will be getting their new X60 modem, which should be more efficient in terms of battery savings. Then in November, Ming-Chi Kuo said that the iPhone 13 sizes will remain the same, but the Pro models will be getting ultra-wide lenses with significant upgrades. And then in December, he said that we should expect them to launch in September instead of being delayed like the iPhone 12 was last year. And Wedbush Securities also added to that rumor, saying that we should expect the 13 in September. Moving on, we get more confirmation of Touch ID coming to the next iPhone, with Jon Prosser claiming that there are already 2 functional prototypes in testing with under-screen Touch ID. And then Mark Gurman, who was one of the most reliable leakers out there, said that the in-screen fingerprint sensor will be supplied by Qualcomm, which is very good news because they recently came out with their 2nd generation sensor, which they put into the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and it works incredibly well. So it seems like Apple is going to be using this Qualcomm sensor. On top of that, Mark claimed that this year's iPhone could actually be an S-year upgrade. So it might just be called the iPhone 12s instead of the iPhone 13, so we'll just have to see. Barclays later reported that the iPhone 13 may support Wi-Fi 6E, which is actually going to be very nice because it uses a totally new frequency band, which will likely have low traffic and good reliability since it's still very new. Mako Takara believes that some iPhone models will be getting thicker, but the camera lenses won't stick out as much. The 13 Pro model should be getting the same sensor shift stabilization and large sensor that we already have on the exclusive Pro Max model. And once again, they said that the Face ID notch should be getting thinner, which is very exciting. And last month, Barclays mentioned that Apple is planning to give the upgraded ultra-wide lens with f1.8 aperture to all of the iPhone 13 models, which is going to be a very big deal because the ultra-wide lens currently sucks for low-light photography since it uses an f2.2 lens. But on top of that, they said that Apple is planning to give the 13 Pro model the same 2.5x optical zoom lens that the Pro Max model currently has. And going even further, Digitime says that the sensor shift stabilization feature that was also exclusive to the Pro Max is going to the rest of the lineup as well. So this is very interesting because I'm sure that Apple is going to be giving the 13 Pro Max model something exclusive this year as well, but I'm really not sure what that's going to be. Now moving on, Max Weinbeck and Everything Apple Pro revealed perhaps the most exciting leaks and rumors that we've discussed yet. First off, 3 camera upgrades including a new astrophotography mode, higher quality ultra-wide lenses, and portrait mode video. Now the first 2 features are easily believable, but recording portrait blur video is extremely difficult to get right, and it would be literally game-changing because that's the one area where smartphones cannot compete with professional video cameras. Samsung actually released this on their old Galaxy S10, but it was pure garbage, showing just how difficult it is to make this work well. So Apple would obviously be utilizing the LiDAR scanner alongside a massive amount of processing power. And because of that, I don't think that we're going to be seeing the LiDAR scanner on this year's less expensive iPhone 13 models, because that feature alone will easily upsell the Pro models. But if Apple pulls it off, I do expect them to eventually bring it to the whole lineup because it's probably the most important video feature of all time. They also believe that an always-on display is coming to the iPhone 13, and to me, it seems like that feature will be coming on only the Pro models because it's going to rely on the new LTPO 120Hz displays from Samsung to make sure that it doesn't cause a major hit to battery life. So if the iPhone 13 Pro models are getting 120Hz this year, then I'm almost 100% sure that they're also getting an always-on display. And then finally, they said that we should be expecting stronger MagSafe magnets on the iPhone 13, which is both a genius and sneaky move by Apple because a lot of people are complaining about the magnet strength on the current iPhone 12 models. So Apple could have planned this out ahead of time to tempt people who love MagSafe into upgrading, since accessories like the wallet would hold on much better, and I'm personally excited for that. Various sources also believe that Apple will be adding a new 1TB storage option on the iPhone 13 Pro models, which I can definitely see happening. Moving on, Digitime's claim that Apple is bringing their LiDAR scanner to all of the iPhone 13 models, which matches up to what Daniel Ives from Wedbush claimed Apple would do. However, Ming-Chi Kuo believes that LiDAR will be sticking to the Pro models only, and that actually makes much more sense to me because it's one of the best features with upsell potential. And it looks like the iPhone 13 is about to get even better thanks to some new leaks that we just got, so let's get right into those. A tech repair company, iRepair, shared a photo of some iPhone displays which showed off a smaller notch design, which is interesting because the speaker grill was moved up to the top portion of the display, which makes the most sense to me, especially if Apple plans to completely ditch the notch in the future. However, because iRepair got their hands on these so early, about 6 months before the actual release date of the iPhone 13, these could just be some early prototypes, but I still expect Apple to make the notch smaller this year, probably similar to what Iced Universe showed off, since Jon Prosser said that this is much more likely. And now we have our final leaks that we just got over this past weekend, again from Everything Apple Pro and Max Weinbach, focused on the iPhone 13 Pro models. They're expecting tweaked camera modules which will allow the camera bumps to be smaller. There will also be a new beamforming front-facing microphone with improved noise cancellation, better optical image stabilization, and upgraded portrait mode with better edge detection using the LiDAR scanner. Apple is also testing a new orange/bronze color, but we should for sure be getting some sort of new space gray, which might actually look really close to black. And Apple is also going to be making the stainless steel edges more fingerprint resistant. So there you guys go. There are all the current leaks and rumors for the iPhone 13. And personally, if we get stronger MagSafe, 120Hz refresh rate, and better portrait mode photos, or even potentially portrait video mode, then I think those 3 things alone make it an easy upgrade for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and click the circle above to subscribe for more videos like this one. Definitely check out one of those 2 right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.